We've been here in America since August, and it's just getting better and better. You know, it's nice to come back to America after such a long time away doing the album and what have you, and it's just great to get back on tour in the best place to tour, and that's America.
You guys are doing tremendously well. You're selling out all over the place. We were talking earlier, this has been kind of a bad year for rock concerts. I mean, people are canceling dates and stuff. How come you guys are selling out all the time?
Well, we're just fortunate that we are, you know. We hear stories of other people, and the business has hit hard times, you know, there's no question about that. But fortunately, we're still good to play a good show every night in some place in the country, you know, and we're very thankful for that, you know.
You're trying something that's a little bit different for us, this arena style.
That's right.
Is this part of what helps bring people in? I mean, are they getting into this idea?
It's something that we're surprised that not many other bands have done. You know, we thought that more bands would actually pick up on this idea, because bands that constantly play big arenas, you play at one end, and to the people at the other side of the arena, you're so big, you know, and you lose that intimacy. So it's great to actually bring the stage to the centre of the arena. The light show takes on a whole new meaning, because it's three-dimensional as opposed to just at one end, and the kids get a better view, and the sound's better because it has less far to travel.
How do you guys do it on stage? I mean, you're used to just facing one direction and playing. What do you guys got to go full circle?
We're basically on the move, because you know that wherever you are on stage, you have your back to some part of the audience. So consequently, fortunately, we've got our drum kit revolves around anyway, so everybody gets a good look at Rick Allen. And then the four of us on stage are just constantly on the move, so that we just try and keep everybody entertained all the time. And, you know, it works out pretty well, and it keeps everybody fit, you know.
Well, now you're moving through, you've got a couple of albums moving, you've got a lot of material to play for these folks. How far back are you going?
We go back as far as 1981. We always play one song off the High and Dry record. Mostly it's made up of Hysteria, Pyromania, and probably 4 or 5 songs off the Adrenalize record as well, the new one.
Are you working all of those into the show eventually, or are you saving them?
Well, we see how it goes. Obviously, we're bringing new singles out as we go along, so they'd be the obvious ones to put in, you know. But the show's already getting long, you know. I mean, there's only a limit to the certain amount of songs we can play. And of course, there's a lot of old favourites as well, so you try and keep it a fair balance of the old favourites, new ones, nostalgic ones, if you like, that never were so big, but people still like us to play. And, you know, you just try and keep a balance like that.
How long can you hang on out there? I mean, with that kind of energy, you know, you're saying the concerts are getting too long. The fans would love it if you stayed here, you know, did a Springsteen 4-hour deal. How long? Well,
if we were playing Springsteen type songs, then we probably could do it for 4 hours, but it's very energy sapping, and, you know, it's a high energy rock show, and to a certain extent, that really would only lend itself to maybe 2.5 to 2 hours 3/4, you know, before the audience start getting drained, because it is a high energy thing, and you need that impetus there.
Absolutely. Well, now, you said you'd started the tour in America in August. How long are you going to be here?
Well, certainly up until Christmas. Then we'll take maybe a 3-week break, and then come back and carry on maybe for another couple of months after that. You know, it's like the Hysteria tour in a sense that, provided people are still wanting to see us, then we just keep adding shows, and, you know, we see where it takes us, you know.
Then back to the studio after that?
More than likely, yeah. We've never been one for taking huge breaks. We always like to keep working, so and because it takes us such a long time to make records, we try and start them as soon as possible.
Absolutely. Now, you're talking about you've got material for 4 different albums going. Do you write on the road?
We try to. We think that we do, but then when we get off the road, we listen to stuff, the ideas that we've come up, and very rarely does ideas sort of that were born on the road actually make it through to the next record. It's very difficult, because you're in a completely different wavelength of thinking, a different environment that's not necessarily conducive to writing songs. But we're always open for ideas, where if anybody comes up with something and we put it down on tape, and then, you know, we listen to it maybe 6 months later and see how it sounds and try and work it into a song.